Darcy is very curious about my umbrella light. He won't stop looking at it. It's like he's a moth. Darcy, what are you doing? Wait, no, don't touch it, don't touch it, don't touch it. Hi everyone, today I'm going to be giving you guys musical theater audition songs for guys, or men, or males, or boys, or whatever you call them. I'm Sophia Lovelace and I'm a musical theater YouTuber here on YouTube. And my goal with my channel is to help you guys build your acting career and help get into the acting industry. But before we get started, if you could hit that subscribe button down below to be notified when I have new uploads. I upload around once a week, sometimes twice a week, so you do not want to miss out when I have those uploads. It could definitely help you out on your next musical theater audition. So often here on YouTube, I see so many videos, and maybe just in the internet in general, I see so many articles about best audition songs, but they're usually for women. They're mezzo-soprano songs, soprano songs, alto songs. And although this makes sense because women are more likely to become actors and actresses, but this kind of makes it so guys don't have a lot of resources for audition songs or audition monologues or audition advice. So I am here with 10 musical theater songs for guys, for males, for men, to help you get started. And just to let you guys know that I have another video on my channel, which is the worst musical theater audition songs video. And after this video, you might want to go check it out because over there I explain what makes a bad audition song and some tips and tricks that you should know while selecting a musical theater audition song. And when I was researching male musical theater songs, I realized that a lot of these songs and a lot of these suggestions that people give break one of the basic rules of bad, or I guess would be good, audition songs. When you're picking an audition song, you want to make sure that the song you pick is not repetitive. So a song can be repetitive in two different ways. It can be repetitive in the actual notes that you are singing, and or it could be repetitive in the lyrics that you're saying. When you're in an audition, you have a very short amount of time to show casting directors your full ability. And you might only be able to sing 1 minute of a song. And do you want to show them a piece of song that is just the same thing over and over again with the same notes and the same feelings and the same emotion? No. So one of the songs that I see all the time, which is not a good audition song, but I see people do it and say that they're gonna do it and suggest doing it, which I'm like, don't do it, is Oh What a Beautiful Morning from Oklahoma. This song is a beautiful song. I love Oklahoma. I love Rodgers and Hammerstein. But even though he lists off different things and describes the environment that he's in, the actual melody and the notes that he's singing are very similar to each other, and to be frank, not really impressive. There's no super high notes, there's no super belty notes, there's no super low notes, there's no technically interesting notes, he's not changing octaves, there's literally nothing. It's a beautiful sounding song, it's very catchy, I like to sing it a lot when I'm just chilling. However, my first song on the list is something that you should sing instead, and that is To Thine Self Be True, the reprise. But I love this song so much. I love the show Something Rotten so much. I feel like it is one of the most underrated musicals ever. But this song has deep emotions because he's apologizing for all of the mean things he's done throughout the musical. It still has kind of that waltz sounding, you know, the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 of Oh What a Beautiful Morning, but it's a little bit more vocally interesting. Definitely allows you to show more of character choices, and overall it is not going to be an overdone musical theater song. But it is most likely not a song that the casting directors have never heard of, so that is a good thing too, so they have a little bit of understanding of why you chose that song. Proud of Your Boy from Aladdin is a really good short song that you can sing. It is vocally interesting. It is from a show that most people know. I hope most people would know Aladdin. Now, normally a lot of people say don't sing anything from Disney, and in most circumstances I 100% agree. However, I think choosing a song that is not as popular but still as vocally challenging and still is able to show character choices, that might be a good choice for your next audition. This song is not as big as I'll Show You the World, or what is it called? A Whole New World. Yeah, that song. But it is still a fairly well-known show, and if that represents your casting type, that might be a good song to sing. And it is also really important to pick songs that reflect the style of the show, both musically and both aesthetically, so how the show looks and what kind of vibe, I guess, you get from the show. So don't sing Aladdin for Phantom of the Opera. Wouldn't it be good? All right, so the next two songs I have are from the show Kinky Boots. Kinky Boots is a great show for male songs because it has a variety of different male characters and a variety of different male solos or single singing parts. And also the meanings and the stories behind the songs are pretty universal. So that means probably the themes that are in these songs will appear in other musicals. For example, Not My Father's Son is sung by Lola, who's a drag queen, and it is about how her father or their father didn't accept them for being LGBTQ. Now, this song doesn't explicitly state that it has to be about doing drag, so this song can easily be sung for a character that is struggling with their sexuality or their gender. So I definitely think if you're auditioning for a character who is a member of the LGBTQ community, then this would be a good song to sing, or even just a character that has a poor relationship with their father or something like that. That's a common theme in musicals and a common theme in just theater in general, so I definitely think that this song could be appropriate for a variety of different musicals. However, if you are auditioning for a character who is not LGBTQ or just something that's slightly different, you could also sing Soul of a Man from Kinky Boots. It's a little bit more upbeat, but it still kind of has that similar theme. In that song, the main character Charlie is trying to figure out how he can make his father proud and take over his father's business. It is slightly vocally demanding. You'll definitely impress casting directors by singing this song, but it is more upbeat and has faster paced music, so it has a very similar message, but it's just different. So if I was gonna make this video a few years ago, I would say not to sing this song. However, it's been a few years and this musical has been out for a while, so I think it is about time that people can start singing I Believe from the Book of Mormon. This is a great song if you're auditioning for a comedy. However, make sure that you do your research on the show and research on the company to see if this song is appropriate, because if you audition with it for the wrong show at the wrong time, it could be offensive or be taken offensively. So like, I would not use it to audition for something like Jesus Christ Superstar because it is a critique on religion. However, if you are auditioning for a comedy that could be taken a little bit more offensively, then this could be a good song for you. Now, it is not often that I recommend singing from the musical Heathers, but oftentimes I see people in auditions singing songs like Candy Store. However, if you're auditioning for someone who is a little bit rebellious, then I would suggest the song Freeze Your Brain from Heathers. I think it does a good job at demonstrating character and emotion, and I definitely think if you're auditioning for a character that is very similar to JD in the musical, then Freeze Your Brain would be a good option. Now, this is one of my favorite songs, and I think it is good for a variety of different musicals, and that is Chip on Your Shoulder from Legally Blonde the Musical. I think that this song is really fun. I've actually sung it a few times just for like drama class or something like that, never for an audition because it doesn't fit my casting type, but this song is so fun to perform because there's a lot of action to it, there's a lot of dialogue that you can use. This song is great because it is slightly comedic, so you could probably audition with it for a musical that is not 100% a comedy, but it has enough comedy in it that if you do it well, the casting directors will remember you because you made them laugh. It has a very clear story arc within the song, which is something you always want to have in an audition song. My Petersburg from Anastasia is definitely a good song. It has a fair amount of vocal complexity, however, it is not too complex, like you don't need to be an opera singer to be able to sing it, but it is not too boring that the casting director is gonna fall asleep and not remember you. And also it's from a fairly well-known musical, but the song is not overdone. So this is another Disney song, but I think it is a really good option because it is not in the movie version of it. However, it is on the Broadway stage version of this musical. And it's If I Can't Love Her from Beauty and the Beast. It is definitely a good song to sing if you're auditioning for a show like Phantom, but usually a good rule of thumb when you're auditioning for any show is not to sing from Phantom of the Opera, just because it's such a classic. It's the longest running show in Broadway history, and the casting directors have probably heard it thousands of times. But If I Can't Love Her from Beauty and the Beast has a similar vibe, a similar aesthetic, similar sound to Phantom of the Opera. It is not as vocally demanding as Phantom of the Opera, but it is still quite impressive, and it's from a show that is fairly popular, very recognizable. And that's another tip of advice that I would give you if you want to pick a song from a Disney show. Do not pick a song that is featured in the movie, because chances are casting directors have heard it hundreds or thousands of times. But if you sing a song that is exclusive to the Broadway musical, there is a high likelihood that they haven't heard it as much, but it still gets them seeing you as that character. If you are a character actor and comedy is your strength, I would highly recommend A Friend Like Me from Aladdin. Now, this is a very common song. Everyone knows this song. It's definitely in the movie of Aladdin. However, not very many people can pull it off really well, because you just have to have that comedic character down pat, and if you don't, it's gonna look bad and not impressive. However, if you know that you can pull off this song, I would totally recommend you doing it, because if you can do it well, the casting directors will remember you and you will have a good shot at getting the character that you're auditioning for, if it fits the character in the show you're auditioning for. So that is technically 10 songs, but I came up with 11 songs, so I'm just gonna do a bonus song. But before we do that, I just want to remind you guys that you can subscribe down below to be notified when I have new uploads. Like I said, I upload around once a week, and I upload theater videos, I upload acting videos, I upload videos about film acting, theater acting, any type of acting, even scare actor acting I have discussed on this channel. So if you want to grow your career, if you want to make it in the acting industry, make sure to subscribe down below. I give advice at least once a week, sometimes twice a week, so you want to make sure that you are subscribed. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, I'm going to go into the bonus song. Now, this musical is going to be turned into a Broadway musical very, very soon, and that is Hercules the Musical. And the song I would suggest from this musical is I Can Go the Distance. This song is beautiful. It has that classical musical theater sound. However, it is not your typical prince character, and it is not overdone. So I would suggest using this song when you're auditioning for Disney shows or fairy tale shows, because it still kind of has a similar vibe vocally and a little bit aesthetically, but it is a little bit different, and enough different to make you stand out at your audition. So if you're auditioning for a prince-like character, I would use that song 100%. Even though it is Disney, it is not overdone, and it will make you stand out. So that is the end of my video today. Hopefully you guys liked it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you have any songs that I did not mention in this video, which you think are amazing audition songs, make sure to leave them down below. Leave them in the comments and let me know. I would love to hear it, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people watching this video would love to hear them too. Like I said before, I post theater videos, I post film acting videos, I post just general acting videos, so make sure to subscribe down below to be notified when I have new uploads. I also post a lot of comedy videos too, so if you like comedy, make sure to subscribe too. And in the name of Dionysus, the god of theater, make sure to subscribe. You wouldn't want to make Willie Shakes upset, would you? And I think that's it for today, and bye!